Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We are off here to a 1 versus 1 on Holotny Family here with a new patch. Between the West, we got Henkajumper fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here with the 3rd SS Panzer Division Totenkopf versus in the East, we got here. Well, he's Cyrillic, but checking out his Steam aliases, one of them is Penetron, so we're going to work with Penetron here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, and the 10th Guards Tank Corps. We're looking at mechanized assault support, and lightning war with infantry and Panzerfaust bulletins versus Guard Rifle, conscript support, and Lend-Lease tactics with triple infantry here for Penetron. With the double conscript slot there, as he moves ahead, wires off his own cough point a bit there to deny cover to Henkajumper. In the West, Pioneers moving ahead here with MD42 for them, going to try and secure the compartment here around the area here so Penetron can't just move in there and set up shop, and lastly frustrate Henkajumper from moving away from it. Gonna do this there following up, so far pretty standard start here from both players. We've got conscripting Norfolk's Y going up here for Henkajumper and the 3rd SS Panzer Division. More conscripts on the way there for Penetron, heading southwards there, more barbed wire there, going fuel points. We've got sandbags going up here by the southern munitions point, and first shots fired here, Pioneers versus conscripts. The Pioneers of course got a bit buffed there with the latest patch. They do a bit more damage overall at short to medium range compared to before. Got the MD42 following up, they're grabbing the munitions there slowly as well. And we got Grenadiers heading towards the centre. Second Grenadiers squad they're eyeing for Henkajumper. Engineers heading southwards, conscripts heading out. Got the conscripts heading northwards there for Penetron, and the MD42 shifting a bit about as well here. Grenadiers setting out there, double Grenadiers out here for Henkajumper. 4 sandbags up there for Penetron, so taking things seriously. More barbed wire for Henkajumper. Before Trooper are going to try and hunt down the Russians up there. Grenadiers might want to assist and actually spot ahead for the machine gun so it can actually see what's supposed to be shooting at. That I think definitely benefit Henkajumper's machine gun crew. More sandbags here. Overall, Penetron being very thorough with the sandbags. Very good to see, but they go caught by the Grenadiers as they lay down sandbags, taking a few hits there. Unable to finish it, the Grenadiers take a position in heavy cover. That forces here Penetron's conscript to fall back under fire, and there goes Saget, quickly stumbles over like a sack of spoiled potatoes with bullets in it. Up here, Pioneers think about their conscripts there, holding up behind the sandbags there as well. We've got to push towards the centre. 3 conscripts versus 2 Grenadiers for MD42 with the 3rd one on the way there for Henkajumper. And we got medics all the way up here. Very early for Penetron. Maybe some earlier Molotovs I think would have been more ideal for them rather than a medic upgrade. But there we go. Sneak up behind and hitting the compartment from the south. Was preoccupied with the conscripts up north. He could actually try and move one from the east to the cut-off front, but it's not in the south. More Grenadiers are running here to deal here with the Penetron. Needs to get into cover though. Cover into Deckung now. Pretty exposed out in the open there, but the conscripts and the Grenadiers up here though. Conscripts making it to the house there before the MD42 Grenadiers there. We've got the Pioneers here. Conscripts got sent running, but certainly Henkajumper here is going to be at an awkward position up here though. Flamethrowers up there. It's going to give the Grenadiers a bit of a bad spot on this. They can swiftly focus down the Engineers, and they do seem to have some light there. The Engineers are quickly taking losses. They're down to 3 men with low health already up here. More troops are running to deal with the conscript side. The MD42 taking losses, but up close here, the MD42 will do a lot of damage to the conscripts inside the house, and there we go, pushed back violently. In the south, Grenadiers advancing, conscript moving there for the point closest to his base. We got take up there for Henkajumper, and we got take up here for Penetron with the supporting company and no special off commander, none of those newly improved penal troopers. We got to move there for the northern victory point to regain, and there we go. Grenadiers covering the retreat of the conscripts, getting on some good damage and quickly taking out as many as they can. Shoot, Ludwig! Shoot! I don't care if your arm hurts. Lord said rifle faster. MD42 rushing there for the church, setting up a position that's going to make it much harder here for Penetron to do much. We've got Esmans going up north, good work there. Almost got the northern victory point. Take up almost done. Should turning out. I'd like to make a nice company as fast as possible. Minesweepers here. Might have seen it, or well, you know, assumed it would be a good idea to get a minesweeper out. And the south victory point there being secured slowly. Conscripts there being held. Oh, Engineers being held up by the MD42. And retreating the Pioneers for the quick light to make a nice company. We got a mortar on the way here for Penetron to help deal with the fascists and their dark-in machine guns. Definitely good idea. We actually see the machine gun though shifting positions here. Perhaps Henkajumper not feeling safe there. Perhaps just realising it could be better just not to post it in one spot and keep it there forever, but actually try and shift it about a bit to deal with other things. But in this case, he faltered back to a more safe and defensive position. So I'm guessing he's a bit worried. We've got harassment up north here for the conscripts. And with more on the way there, he's going to have to dispatch his MG42 up there with some infantry support. We got a gun that is called Hill Light Machine Gun occupying the northern house, but you know that can't reach all the way up there. So on the way we got harassed, we got mortar fire here, probably on the house here. As it is empty. Did anyone actually check if anybody was in there? No? Didn't even try to knock? Idiots. Use their corpse trying to sweep out the mines. They have some success, but they're taking fire from the grenadiers with the light machine gun. But there we go, going for the fuel point there. Good move by Penetron. We got Panzer Grenadiers out here for Henkajumper. Of course, they've gotten a slight change to veterancy, so they now get some of the received accuracy bonuses at veterans 1. Of course, then they get the rest at veterans 2. But that does overall mean the Panzer Grenadiers do scale a bit better and overall a bit more survivable. Grenadiers, they're pushing back the engineers successfully. Pioneers moving out as well there for the fatherland in the south. Grenadiers securing points here and up here. More pressure going on. He's got counter-attack going towards the north. And he's got the MD42 going as well there, to be honest. Grenadiers, they could also stand to maybe hit the opponent's field point to stall him there. But Panzer Grenadiers has arrived for Henkajumper. Of course, a half-check could also be a deal. Maybe a 2-2-2 to support his Panzer Grenadiers. I mean, there are options there for Henkajumper and the 3rd SS. But there you go. Pioneers with flamethrowers moving ahead. Mortar fire there, I think, around the MD42. But Penetron there has successfully denied his opponent the fuel point there. Of course, Henkajumper is more than eager to return the favour there to Penetron and the 10th Guards Tank Corps. You get a maximum on the way there for Penetron to support his frontline forces. No, he doesn't go for the fuel point, he goes for the core point with the Panzers supporting. Could actually threaten a lot of things, including the mortar crew and for that matter the engineers, who get stuck in the barbed wire. Sergey, I thought you set the barbed wire, idiot. Yeah. There you go, mortar force fall back. Panzers, they're getting some good kills on alongside the Grenadiers. We got engineers constantly pushing forwards there. Panzers is falling back, a bit further back. And nothing further going on. The MG42, I think, really could stand to be a bit more aggressive there for Henkajumper to support the frontline troops rather than be there. I mean, sure, it's great if the aiming and attacks there, but right now he's rather farther ahead of the MG42. It's a bit like those players who just keep a mortar back rather than you keep it close to the front line. You know, it doesn't really do you much compared to what it could be doing if you actually kept it closer there. We got a lot of S-mines going up. He's actually very thorough with the S-mines. Good work there by Henkajumper. Maybe not laid down that many mines, but oh well. There we go. So a small S-mine field up north here, which will make it harder for Penetron to strike into there. And we do get a scout card here for Henkajumper. Of course, a bit more expensive now, but certainly also a bit more potent. Gets a real better veterancy bonuses, a lot more accuracy for time once it's the veterancy up, plus veterancy 1 and 3 has improved survivability bonuses as well. So that rather does a lot there for the 222. Plus, of course, its traction machine gun now works properly, which previously didn't. There were many cases where it wouldn't actually fire at the enemy. So this rather does a lot there for the 222, and should overall make it a lot more useful. North here, Grenadiers sitting in there. We got Pioneers striking at the mortar and the conscripts there. Grenadiers getting ready to attack from the north. 222 rolling a bit back. So you can see here Penetron is a bit on the defensive once more versus Henkajumper and the 3rd SS. Pioneers advancing slowly. Grenadiers, they could try and strike in, but he just stands about taking the point, but they probably shouldn't try and push ahead. 2-2, they're running a bit about aimlessly. It seems like he's not entirely sure what he wants to do with it. Of course, try and strike here at the max. But they got countered there with anti-tank grenades. Move straight up to them. Not the best idea there for Henkajumper. And quickly suffers a damaged engine. That could have been handled a bit more, I suppose, gracefully there. Mortar fire landing. The Grenadiers up north need to pull back into a safe position. Panzer's Grenadiers sitting up. We got a medic bunker up there for Henkajumper as well. Nothing further there. I'm here back at Penetron space. Well, we've not got a lot much going on there, though. We might be planning here to take out the tank battalion command. There we go. It's going up here and could quickly follow up with the T-70 half tracks or Nation 76. And the smoke screen here actually pushing at the MD42. Very nice work there by Penetron. Very nice work. In the meanwhile, infantry assault towards the south there. Healing reinforcement there. 2-2 is going to need some repairs. Quite urgently. And more mines being cleared out than the minesweepers there by Penetron. Southern point there being secure. Panzers there pushing back the conscript. Grenadiers in the house, which is under direct mortar fire plus machine gun and rifle fire. Not the best position to fight from there for Henkajumper, who's now going for the mortar. That should help a bit there. Panzer's got the munitions point here in the south, could try and push forwards, but then again this is Country Squad holding up here in heavy coverage, make a direct assault a bit trickier there for Henkajumper. But again we can see he's striking quick for the cut-off point there as well. Penetron overall keeping up an aggressive and agile game there versus Henkajumper. Very nice to see that. Of course, it will be exposed to the 2-2-2 if Henkajumper plays the 2-2-2 correctly. So there you go. Getting some good hits there versus the Maxim crew, sending it running. Shoot, Jürgen, shoot! Wants them all very, very dead. There we go, engaging in the south, going to disappoint the Panzer's advance here. Engineers might not last too long there, bomb grenade could do a lot of damage. Comes close to veterans who won. There we go, push back. Comes under fire from Pioneers, the 2-2-2. And Panzer then retreat, low on health. Could go for the fuel point here though. 2-2 continues in northern advance. We actually got an SU-6 on the way there for Penetron. I would have figured a T-70, but he's clearly more worried about the 2-2 threat in that sense. Actually go for the SU-6. Plus, of course, it does provide him with some artillery, which of course could be another desire here for Penetron to get. 2-2 armoured car that quickly sends a bunch of rations there running with its auto cannon and cracks a machine gun. Centre point being secured there by the Grenadiers, and back here we got take up for Henkajumper. Also we got a doctrine, it is assault support, not too late though, I suppose we got it fast out. They also got a doctrine for Penetron. It is Scar rifle opening up for submachine guns, Guardsmen, hit the dirt, artillery and air support. Well, rather close quarters barrels there for the MU6, but it kind of works out there to an extent, not a lot, but still some. Still, the fuel point has been denied here to Penetron for at least how long. SU-6 snipes poor Dieter. But an armor piercing run that rather takes out the staffing oven. And Otto soon follows after as well here. Got an attack on the centre here by Penetron. He was against the south, and up north here, Henkajumper looks ready to respond. More S-mines there. I mean, Penetron seems more on the ball with sandbags. On the other hand, Henkajumper is rather on the ball with S-mines, so they could of course benefit from a few telemines. Mortified landing there from the German mortar, getting a bit of damage in, but no real kills there. No, actually, apparently it wasn't even that one firing, it was the Russian one. Oh well, troops reinforcing. Got a Pack 40 on the way here to help deal with the SU-6. Not a bad idea. 2-2 Pioneers setting up. We got the upper blitz here, getting points right here. Well, resource in for Henkajumper. Overall, what he does is just doubles resource income from that point. In this case, he now gets 10 munitions and 6 fuel from this point. In that sense, a upper blitz is rather worth 2 caches, essentially, which rather means the upper blitz is actually a really good choice. So, of course, in team games, you can't provide resources to the teammates, so in that regard, it's less useful. But you know, for some 1 vs 1s, it's pretty good there for a player. Although Wehrmacht as it can give a bit of extra resource edge over their opponents. You got Pack 40s out there. Take up done to go for a quick supply McCall. That would definitely be a really good idea there for Henkajumper. The faster the better. Up north here we got double engineer assault here. There's the Grenadiers. Light machine gun fire there. It's flying across there from behind the sandbags.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Honestly, probably just better standing off and just firing at the engineers first. But there you go. We got the 2-2 right. Setting off the S-mines. Killing one of the engineers. Dimitri, just as he's about to disarm. But there it goes. Straight into the SU-6, which gets off a good hit there. With a 76.2mm gun. The 2-2 that does escape. Artillery 5 against the Grenadiers in the north. In the south, Rations also making progress there with conscripts and Maxims. And we got the first guard drive scored out here for Penetron. Still no support call there from Henkajumper. It really needs to be fast about that. I mean, the longer you wait with that again, the more opportunity you lose. And honestly, if it had much out sooner, and probably around this stage, could be close to going for a Panzer IV, Stug on Ostwind. So I mean, in that regard, he's definitely losing out some opportunity, and that's certainly not something you want to lose out on. When you actually got a resource advantage, and in some ways another advantage, which is victory point lead, I mean, he's better off just trying to play a bit more aggressive than just, you know, sitting back and forgetting about it. Conscripts charging into the Panzers. That's definitely not a good assault there by Penetron. The Panzer was able to have the edge as they close in. And of course, up close with the submachine guns in theory will do the edge. The problem is they'll suffer too much by that time. MD-42 and other elements also supporting doesn't help the conscript survival. And in this case, Penetron does not have the Devil's Luck. His unit gets wiped, and that's definitely a victory there for Henkajumper. Northwards, though, Russian assault continues with submachine guns, PTRS's DP light machine gun, and of course the SU-6M assault gun. But Henkajumper really needs to put that support McCall. He's really just falling behind there. He is very much dropping the ball there. I mean, the faster you build up a Pommel Corps, the better. And he's actually at the point there, again, we could easily have a Panzer IV out by now. Which is not good. So right there, Henkajumper is very much from the ball. And again, it can be a problem for a lot of Wehrmacht players, again, just, you know, tacking up on time, even remotely. It's definitely one of their biggest challenges, and also something I really think a lot of Wehrmacht players just need to try and work on, just remembering to tech up when you actually can and get out some tanks while you can. Oh, Pioneers almost wiped out with a further delay there for any tech up there for Henkajumper. He's got 200 fuel, and he's certainly far away from getting a Tiger. I mean, there's not really much reason to sit back like that at all. Not much reason at all. So that's definitely a sort of strategic level mistake there by Henkajumper that will potentially benefit Penetron, who on the other hand actually has got, you know, his eyes on the ball and has actually teched ahead consistently of Henkajumper. He's now got the Mechanized Armor Company here, despite again actually being behind Henkajumper on several levels. So that is definitely Henkajumper that needs to, you know, sharpen up his skills there. He's being pushed back here by Grenadiers. Panzers are doing the Guardsmen as well. So I mean, at this point, Penetron will be able to get out of tank faster than Henkajumper. He's finally, by the way, gone around to actually building this Pommel Corps. So I mean, possibly even consider just going for the heavy Panzer Corps, trying to get a Panther. At least that would make some sense then. But even then, he could have had all the tech and the preparation, the logistics behind it, essentially, up faster. Of course, he'll still put the Panther a bit further away, but in theory, he could, you know, go for it. But we'll have to see how it works out. Still, definitely a problem for a lot of Wehrmacht players, again, just fast and efficient tech up there. So many players, again, who just sort of, for some reason, it'll take them several minutes just to remember, oh, right, I've teched up, I need to build up now, you know, and then, you know, they lose that several minutes until they can then actually get out a goddamn tank assault gun or Oscar. It's really one of those, I'd say, bigger mistakes that are characteristic of a lot of Wehrmacht players at the moment.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Which always pains me to watch. But there you go, he's close to the Panzer IV. But again, he could clearly have that up sooner. And again, now he's just risking his opponent getting a T-34 from 6 before him. In this case, he got slightly lucky, I would say. But yeah, it's definitely not without its problems. Interesting enough, Penetron is now not going for it, but there you go, from 6 hit there from the Pack 40. Panzer going to be heading northward, it's going to be there, still holding on there for the fatherland. And there you go, hit the dirt constantly, but Panzer the flank down, there you go, send them running. Engineers rushed off the field, Panzer IV halfway done, still not enough tanks, there we go. Penetron is now going for the T-34 from 6, but he could have had that out soon as well. So in that regard, Penetron, while getting ahead there of Henkajumper, ultimately wasn't quite able to push it out as fast though. So we'll have to see how that goes. But oh wait, Panzer IV, they're running for Henkajumper. Panzerkampfwagen 4. I mean, another thing you could do is actually moving this Ober Blitz towards the fuel point here, and that way, you know, increases fuel income by quite a bit. Panzer, they're pushing back the engineers. In the south here, Grenadiers versus the Maximum. We've got Pioneers flanking there with the flamethrowers, the MP40. We've got the T-54 almost done there for Penetron and the 10th Guards Tank Corps. Pioneers moving in, there we go, flanking the Maximum crew and burning away with MP40s and flamethrowers. It's only the slight damage increase, I think, is actually slightly perceptible there, and the Maximum crew zone of the flamethrowers also doing quite a bit there. Need to retreat, but there you go, wipes almost the entire Maximum crew. Up north, we got the T-54 engaging Henkajumper's Panzer Grenadiers. Not too good there. Panzer IV upgrading with a Pindelbaum machine gun. Pack 43 moving up support. And over here, troops reinforcing, healing. T-6 rolling back. Also, fun fact: Russian tanks were generally organised into platoons of 3 tanks. Something that happened, I think, roughly around 1940 again after the losses there of the initial sort of bits of Operation Barbarossa, which is also where the large initial mechanised corps were actually dissolved and just replaced with independent tank brigades, sort of attached where needed. It was only later on that further just reorganised everything, but it would generally happen again as sort of much smaller numbers. Again, why a later Warsaw mechanised corps was numerically closer to a German, you know, Panzer division. That's a fun fact. You got constant charging the grenades. The 2-2 still around supporting. You've got a Stug now for Henkajumper to help deal with armor. Not a bad idea, though of course you could also go for an Ostwind. Ooh, heavy mortar fire there. Both infantry squads barely survived that one, though the Grenadiers survived just a bit more. And there you go, Sturmgeschütz 3 ausführen G. He should throw on the pin machine gun. He's just going to use hold fire all the time, or prioritise vehicles. The machine gun will now actually target infantry. I mean, that is a considerable large benefit there for stuff like the Stug, the Panzer IV and the Panther. Of course, with the Panther, you always want to shoot at infantry, but of course, with the Stugs and the Panthers, you're more likely just keeping on prioritised vehicles rather than the main gun shoot infantry as well. In which case, again, just having a pin machine gun up can also do a lot there just versus infantry. In particular with the Panther, again, it's got 3 machine guns and they can actually do quite a bit of damage to infantry if used correctly. Grenadiers here, waiting for support, but it's never really happening. The Stug and the Panther are holding back and they're just not getting anything. Instead, it's now moving after the H6 here. And the Grenadiers that push back, being covered by some very angry guardsmen as the Grenadiers run the gauntlet. Going in after the H6 here, Pack 40 gets it, Stug moving in as well. Field gun nearby, there we go, almost got it. Grenadiers something up there in the field gun. We got air support called in here in the air. Got the H6 and we've almost got the field gun here. Heavy machine gun fire from above and from the sides and the front, completely decimate the field gun crew. And proceeds to wreck it, but there we go, we got the T-34 moving it, but then quickly decides, you know, I think we got orders from Comrade Stalin not to die horribly. Are you sure? Yes, trust me. Trust me, Petrov, I'll have to shoot you. Pioneers bringing against the conscripts up north. We got more Pioneers on the way there for Henkajumper to help repair his vehicle pool, which has suffered some damage. To there could be a bit more active, I think, there for Henkajumper. Field gun arriving there for Penetron and the 10th Guards Tank Corps. We got troops that have been pinned down by the Stuka there. Panthers for moving up. The Stuka was an aircraft made for close air support and ground attacks, which actually is important. A lot of folks on the American aircraft in comparison weren't actually made for it, and the accuracy was actually pretty rubbish, in part because they weren't built for it, but also because the pilots didn't train for it either, so that actually meant that in many cases the American aircraft actually wouldn't hit that many targets in doing for some larger battles and likes that compared to German sort of specialised aircraft, which tended to have a much bigger impact. But of course they didn't fight so much in Western front. Oh well. Panther IV went down here again. In this case, what Henkajumper made the mistake was he just pulled everything away from the Panther IV too quickly. Again, there's no infantry support for the Panther, meaning nothing to keep infantry at bay as suffering a damaged engine, allowing in this case Penetron then to finish it off. So now Henkajumper is short of a Panzer. So I mean, you know, keep your infantry close to your tanks and, you know, pull the tanks back, keep the infantry there, because the infantry can faster get out of the battle than the tank can in most cases. So, a little tactical lesson there. Also lost a lot of territory up north here. Penetron's only striking back out, though he is still very much far behind here. Henkajumper. Troops still healing the enforcing. Aircraft crashed down here. Assuming that it's a third aircraft. Really, though, would benefit with the Stug getting a machine gun here. I mean, not a massive benefit, you know, not something that's going to turn the heights single-handedly, but it can actually have a bit of an effect here and then help get some extra kills, and of course just allow the Stug an extra source of experience. Up north, point security, 2-2 standing back, close to veteran G2, and we've got the HQ fire out here for Penetron. Might be expecting, of course, since we've seen the drops in the Tiger tank, and so it's actually planning ahead actively. Well, maybe he's just worried about tanks. It's hard to say there, but it's definitely not a bad idea since Henkajumper could be very likely to go for a Tiger tank. Fixing up the Stug here up north there. Grenadiers 2-2 pushing back the engineers. Men before 2 remaining here. Still no pin up machine on the Stug. Quick anti-tank grenade there, damaging the engine. Pack 40 wiped. That's pretty bad there for Henkajumper. That is very bad. Plus his mortar got wiped too. 2-2 Grenadiers moving from the other side to try and get behind him. Got the HQ5 rolling ahead, and we got strafing on called in here. Pushing back the guardsman. There we go. A lot of fire going on. Contact there. Pinned down. And the HQ5 falling back. They're not wanting to engage the Germans. So that was a quick save here. Thanks to Luftwaffe at 4 Henkajumper up north, though. There is no such assistance as the T-34 mercilessly pounces upon the isolated machine gun crew, almost wiping out, in fact, immediately. Need to get the Pioneers working on the Stug. Henkajumper. Schnell. And he did lose the MB-42 there to Penetron. That is pretty bad for Henkajumper. That is pretty bad. He's still not Oh, there we go. Finally putting more pioneers on it. Right from the south here, the Pentagon is now eventually 2 half-H Veteran 3 with another T-34 on the way there for Penetron. More tanks, more victory, more Stalin.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Using the T-34 to secure points there, very nicely done there by Penetron, making good use of the sword abilities. In fact, I think he's mostly used everything here. I think you've seen him used to hit the dirt here at one point, but he's actually moved more or less everything in stock except the howitzer. Compared to, we've got the upper blitz and the strafing run here from Henkajumper. Though again, on the other hand, Penetron hasn't exactly been laying down mines. That again is something very much Henkajumper can act about. But still, no upgrade on the stupid machine guns. He really should control. There we go, we got hit the dirt. So even he hadn't used it before, he does now. And that results in a quick retreat in the face of the Pentagon. It is to everything else as well. But really, just throw the machine gun on the Stuke Henkajumper. Just throw it on. Got the T-34 rolling in, halfway through the 2, Panzer's down to 5 from the T-34, lands an excellent hit. We got a mines attempt here, but in this case the T-34's got an even line of sight. Stuke rolling forwards, but need to be careful not to go too far ahead, and he's still aiming for the Tiger. He is still very much aiming for the Tiger. Which again is just giving Penetron more time to bring up more stuff on the battlefield. Need to pull back the H-35 there, getting sniped at by the H-35 with Stuke. 3G. And a replacement before 2 there for Henkajumper. The other one actually got destroyed by Penetron. Big assault here. Then we just push back here, but the contras they rush forward. And up here, T-34 there engaging on Lee's, taking shots there by the Stuke, but none hitting. He does have a machine gun bunker up, finds control the centre. They probably would have gone for the north here around the centre where it's going to be a bit easier to deal with, or at least I'd probably try to sit around them more here, because right here you can just drive up here and just engage the bunker directly. Whereas try to set up more around here could be, I think, harder for the H-5 to deal with. Got the 2-2, bit of a loss there for Henkajumper and the 3rd SS. Totenkopf, initially recruited from concentration camp Koch, as I know, very cheerful, though apparently later on they'd be of course drawing from other sources. I mean, again, a lot of the initial SS divisions, some of them have sort of specific, you know, sources from, like for example the 3rd SS concentration camp Koch, the 4th SS recruited from the police. So there's some fun details there. Bunker down again, positioning not so great there. Again, it's very easy to shoot from here, which rather limits what his, you know, his utility is. And you probably would be better with one up north here, for example. Panzer versus Panzer Grenadiers. Henkajumper now just needs some manpower for the Tiger tank. Otherwise, there's a lot of pressure here from Penetron, who's certainly been able to turn the tables on Henkajumper, because while Henkajumper again has been able to establish an early advantage, he just wasn't able to leverage it very well, plus some awkward attacks with the tanks, and again just failing to protect that Panzer IV properly.
Supply sector under attack.
T-34 there, by the way, very close to actually 2 Stuke just hanging back, still no upgrades on that one. He just doesn't seem to either care, think it's worthwhile. Continue as from the south. There you go. German infantry hold up by the maximum. Up north, the T-34 engaging Grenadier Stuke moving in now. Close to Victory 2-1. Modifying on the maximum. We got air support now in from Henkajumper. Penetron against Henkajumper. IL-2 Sturmovik up north. Stuke dealing with the tanks, or at least attempting to, but with no support. Now it has to fall back because again it hasn't been upgraded. But the infantry's there, but it's not pushing forwards. Oh dear, we got the T-34 running in here. Pack 40 further pulling back here and away from the area of operations of the IL-2 Sturmovik. T-34 running in, coming line for Stuke. Target weak point. Target's a weak point, Jürgen. There is a weak point. It's everywhere. It's Russian. You don't make these things to last, you know. Just to get to the battlefield and blow up. Still no sign of target weak point here. Definitely mistake there by Henkajumper. Orbital blitz down by a 3rd air support of the tanks. Got one of the T-34, but I think would have done a lot more damage there. And there you go, the Stuke is kaput. Bit of a waste there by Henkajumper, to be honest. Bit of a waste. We got Panzerschrecks now out here for Henkajumper, though. Pack 40 gets wiped. Not good there. T-34 trying to cross the Panzer, they're preventing them from and just moving about. They're preventing them from firing easily. T-34 almost down, but so their support here saved the day. penning and killing some of the Panzer Grenadiers. He's close to the Tiger, but again, he is far away at the same time. He's got the fuel, but he's lacks the manpower. He's in particular suffering some bleed there. Meanwhile, we got more T-34s on the way there for Penetron to place the ones lost to the fascists. The T-34 here by halfway to, well, actually over halfway to Veteran 3. Gonna need some serious repairs though.
Enemy forces are securing
Panzer Grenadiers could do with some reinforcement. Mortar moving up. MG42 covering the centre. He's got a 412-point lead over 78. Very close to the Tiger. But again, all the reinforcement and healing is, well, reinforcement primarily. The healing obviously costs nothing. He's just delaying his, Tiger tank. And of course, he ends up having a lot more fuel. So in theory, at this stage, he might as well have just been better off going for the Panther instead of just trying to go for the Tiger, because the manpower requirement for the Panther sort of less just one huge gulp. And he'd be able to probably easily go for. Oh well. Comes there. Ooh, quick hit the dirt there. Explaining the Grenadiers were doing too much damage at range. Though, of course, they'll still do with 2 squads with light machine guns, one of them veteran 3, but it'll certainly allow the counter to get out the point. Again, closing in the Tiger, but still some time away there. T-34's rolling up, plus a Katyusha now on the way there for Penetron. Guardsmen falling back from the fuel point as the Grenadiers advance steadily, stalwartly. Henkajumper very close to the Tiger tank. Pioneers of flame for advancing. Issues are almost very done. Guardsmen taking up in there, mortar fire raining down. They're going to have to fall back with a flame from nearby, and there we go. Quick retreat there from it, and Tiger finally able to hit a Henkajumper. Finally, only took him, 30 minutes. In that regard, Henkajumper definitely could do some improvement in some levels. Again, the Tiger ultimately just hits too late, and again, his opponent by now has so much armor out in the field, minimizing the impact of the Tiger overall, because there's nothing to really support it anymore. He has recruited the Pack 40, he's only got Panzer strikes, so I'll support the Tiger, and his opponent's got field guns, HE fires, and veteran tank crews. So the Tiger is going to struggle here on the battlefield at this stage of the fight, I think. He's going to struggle. Panzers there flying at the T-34. We got the Tiger tank moving ahead. Then one grenade from the Maxim wipes entirely. That's definitely a victory there for Henkajumper, though will it help at this stage? Who knows? Comes there being pursued by the Tiger tank. Its 88mm gun unleashes death. Machine gun added. He can add it to the Panzer IV. He can add it to the Tiger, but he can't add it to the Stug. Still Henkajumper under a lot of pressure. You should probably consider Stug to support the Tiger tank here versus all of Penetron's armor. And certainly should be on guard for the Su-35 tank destroyer. But now we have the Katyusha rocket launcher out there for Penetron. This one by firing some of the smaller rockets, they're actually really big ones. I believe we're talking sort of in the 30 centimeter range, although it couldn't fire that many of them. But still, there weren't Katyusha variant that sort of fire that large rockets. Fun fact. Another fun fact is actually the Waffen-SS would use some captured rockets, and of course when they made themselves, and sort of create their own Katyusha rocket launchers to use against the Russians. I think even some of those fought in Normandy. Got machine gun fire against the Guardsman, machine gun wiped again, Tiger tank from the north here, Katyusha fire here around the machine gun. At that point it's a bit too late. Tiger there though flanking, doesn't quite hit though. Well, it's a bit too slow to hit, who knows. T-34 quickly blitzing out of the HE5, not moving at all. Mortar fire landing the Guardsman, Tiger, Panzer Grenadiers moving ahead. The Panzer Grenadiers though are in a rather poor state there, low in health, low numbers. HE5 moves up, gets good in the Tiger. Tiger needs to pull away, distance, Henkajumper, damage engine. Veterans won the HE5, we got the T-34 from the Guardsman, cutting him close as well there. Tiger really low in health there, not well done there for Henkajumper, not well done at all. Panzer moving up with the Patrick's, the Pack 40 bar still not recruited. Tiger's main gun is out, and we got air support called in again here for Penetron. Support is advancing against the fascists, and there we go. The T-34 gets Tiger, and the air support wipes the Panzer Grenadiers.
Victory is slipping from our grasp.
Gets the Guardsman with his Grenadiers, but Henkajumper has suffered staggering, if not downright catastrophic losses. He's going for Stug again, but will it be able to assist him out of this situation? Again, his opponent's got a lot of armor, a lot of veteran armor. And the only edge really Henkajumper has now is just more veteran infantry. And the 3rd Air Force seems hard at work at negating that one as well.
Supply lines have been cut.
Still, he's got his opponent down to 42 victory points. It's going to be close here for Henkajumper. It's going to be close, but he might still have a chance here, despite losing a tiger like that. Got going to lose any suffer to attack the southern victory point. We got no mines around here, no demo charges either from Penetron. Centre victory point being attacked there by conscripts. Poor Fritz, they're trying to get away. Engineers then the fight around the southern victory point, but he's losing the centre and the northern one there to Penetron. We've got the Stuttgart there for Henkajumper. Katusha fire and the Grenadiers, threatening to wipe out a lot of good German infantry. And a bombardment here from the field gun, machine guns. So then German, they're firing at the Russians. Got the Stuttgart, they're firing in support as well. That's going to have a bit of lacking impact. Needs some mortar there. The field gun going to do moving ahead. H-5 moving in. T-34 moving from the south. And T-34 tank from the north here. That is his close to ace status T-34. More cars from out there for Penetron. And what is this? He got the Katusha with the Grenadiers. That's kind of impressive. Bit of a loss there to Penetron. He's down to 35 victory points. Going to be close. He's got another T-34 on the way for him though. Can't use this one to take points by the way. Grab the central one as well. The bleed continues versus Penetron. The bleed continues. Henkajumper barely holding on here. And there we go, constant attacking, and these pioneers here all desperately find to defend the centre victory point. Stu hanging back as well. MD4 to find spot. There we go, we got to hit the dirt, but they're taking heavy fire. We got the T-34 coming in. Got to go straight for Stu. There, Stu is distance. Got the T-34 time from the north there. 28 points left. Stu there, quickly outmaneuvered. Henkajumper too slow to pull it to safe distance. Still hasn't recruited the pack 40 at all. And there we go, we got the ace here, hero of the Soviet Union for Penetron. 26 kills. Going nuts in the mortar crew, and the pioneers could be next. Henkajumper here being devastated now as Penetron goes all in against Henkajumper and the 3rd SS. Pioneers about to get wiped out. Grenadiers could stand to suffer as well. A few German infantry moving ahead. And with this, it looks like Penetron managed to pull back the game here at the 11th hour. 22 points left, but he is, I believe, crushed Henkajumper in his spirit, preventing him from actually gaining back the map, and is now in the process of bashing his base in. And there we go. Infantry company down, like to make that company next target, and there we go with that. Henkajumper surrenders. A loss for Germany, a victory here for the Soviet Union. A harsh fight here. Henkajumper starting out nicely, but ultimately failing again to take up fast enough and use it intelligently enough, I think, to an extent, as well as Panzer IV was rather, to an extent, mishandled again, could have been pulled back faster as well, and these Stu could have done with upgrades. I mean, it was nice to see him mining, but there was definitely a lack of teller mines and some other elements there which I think would have benefited Henkajumper quite nicely. So, definitely a lot of improvement there for Henkajumper, plus the Tiger just also felt like a mistake when his opponent could just fill out so much armor faster, meaning by the time the Tiger would hit, there would, be a lot of the other forces left to support the Tiger. So there were definitely mistakes there by Henkajumper. Penetron, on the other hand, made good use of abilities. His doctrines and all kept off good attacks. He flanked, he maneuvered. I mean, overall, pretty good play there by Penetron. So there you go, first match of the new patch. Hope you enjoyed it, had some fun with it, learned some things. If you did, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. This is Improved Lane signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.